Yeah. Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you, brother. So, that's what we talked about. Yeah. So we also looked at steps in the software development process. We talked about selecting a methodology. That's one of the first things you do. So when we talk about the agile, DevOps, rapid, and waterfall, so we looked at these four types. Like so, the steps in developing the software development process. You have to pick a methodology, gather requirements, choose or build an architecture, developing a design. It's almost like almost most of these steps, once it's around software, um, either the methodology development or processes, like they usually follow a kind of a streamlined pattern. Although they may vary, but they're always the same thing. First of all, you have to plan, you gather requirements, you design, you develop, you build, and then you maintain. Like so, and then you push it out, or you host it or something. Just once just being to public, and after that is done, you maintain it and it rates. So like they are different, they are intertwined but similar but different as well. So we said we have selecting a methodology, gather requirement, choose a business architecture, developing a design, building a model, constructing code, testing, managing configuration at the feds, and hosting. So again, these are some of the things we talked about yesterday. Then we looked at four types of software development methodology. We looked at the agile software development methodology. We looked at the DevOps. We looked at waterfall, and we looked at rapid application development. Again, we see that um, agile has to do with teams coming together and doing things bit by bit, iteratively. It's just small teams at the place, building stuff, not building everything at once, building and keeping, then testing and making sure that and they're working with the user or customer throughout the process of the development process. They talk about DevOps, whereby teams comes together to code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. So we say that different things within an organization can come together, and why a particular group do this part, this other part do this part, and then we make sure that they are in sync and make sure that they also deliver value. So this DevOps is mostly how an organization decide to use it. It's not really a popular way that you say teams can work. But organization, if it's that's their way of their culture, this and this, people organizations that like teams to come together, different kinds of teams to come together and build. So DevOps helps. Um, DevOps is what many of these organizations use. Then we talked about waterfall, which is the traditional software development methodology. It has been in a while frame. It has been just the earliest type of methodology that was used in 2001, whereby things have to be planned way ahead of time. Has to make sure that things are 100% perfect, and then you build at once. There is no time to come back to check to look at some defects or to change requirements or the scope or to adjust things or everything. No, once you started, you go to the end of it. Like you build to the end. So there is no room for even customer collaboration or anything like that, because you will need professionals to make sure that professionals to be dedicated and focused to make sure that there are no room for error, or the customer does not change their mind and say they want something else. Agile can tolerate that and adapt to customers' changing needs, but Waterfall does not. And we talked about rapid development. So we talked about it building something in a streamlined fashion, whereby you have to put business objectives, the key business objective of what you're building, and those to the customer group. It has to be a distinct, peculiar customer group you're building for, so that you don't go beyond the scope of that exact thing you're building. So you must understand your customer well, and then the business objectives too, and make sure that you tailor it so that you don't waste resources, or you don't build and you build for someone else. Everything you're going to be built will be focused solely for that group of customer or that business objective, so that um money or resources are not being they're not being used, like are not being consumed too much. Because to be honest, they're not wasted. You need resources to be able to build a very good software. But then the rapid has to direct to the point, and you need professionals, to people that know what they're doing. There is no room for junior or associate anything. It has to do with strictly senior personnel doing stuff they know how to do, and making sure they deliver a solution for a target group of users. But yeah, I think this the agile is what is mostly used by organizations these days. I don't know, any other of course in agile, I know in agile we have different types of methodology. Like agile, we have Scrum, we have Kanban, we have extreme programming, we have Safe, we have different types. Scrum is like really is a like is how would I put it, is a career on its own. Agile Scrum Master. It's like it's really a curriculum on its own. You want to learn more about Agile, you just take it as it's really tough, but it's something I can understand. But if you start learning about it, it can really be rigid. So do Agile emphasizing flexible working way of working. But when you start reading rules and regulation, be like, this is sort of rules and regulation. But then again, one thing about agile is that you always tweak it to adapt to your peculiar situation at work. So yeah, there are different types of agile methodology, like I said. So it's really deep. So your organization can choose which one to work from. Again, yeah, agile is mostly preferred because both juniors, seniors, mid-level can come together to build a solution that works. Yeah, so that is it about the for software and development methodology we looked at yesterday. Then we also talk about the software development life cycle. They say this is the set of steps used to create software applications. So that like for you to develop any software, any product, you have to follow these steps outlined, especially for software products. You have to follow these steps uh, um, outline. So I would just say that they can be grouped into 6 or 8 steps. We have the planning, requirements gathering, design, build, document, test, deploy, maintain. So we should say that some project managers, some scrum masters, no, not scrum masters, people that are in charge of the projects rather. So as a project manager, I be in charge of it. So you can split or omit or merge all some of these steps into one to suit your working environment or your team's um, working style or development. So SDLC is a way to measure and improve the development process. It allows a fine-grained analysis of each step of the process. This in turn helps companies maximize efficiency at each stage. So software SDLC helps us to make sure that anything we are doing, anything we are adding, any step we take, it is really for the good of both the company and what you are building. Make sure that we understand everything we are building and it makes sense, and we don't just build stuff anyhow we like. So it helps us keep ourselves in checks. So SDLC helps achieve these goals by identifying inefficiencies and high costs and fixing them to run smoothly. Mm. So again, okay, let me from there. So the software development lifecycle simply outlines each task required to put together a software application. This helps to reduce waste and increase the efficiency of the development process. Monitoring also ensures the project is on track and continues to be a feasible investment for the company. Now, what I talked about monitoring yesterday, if we're talking about monitoring, it should come from you as a product manager. You should be able to monitor your team and make sure that whatever they're doing is in scope and not outside the scope of what you're building. And also, a PROD is very important. Writing a good PROD is very, very, very important. Don't, I'm sure uh, Oluwaseun taught you guys how to gather requirements, how to write a PRD. So you must learn how to write a good PRD so that the developers know what they are doing. And not just your developers, your team, your stakeholders, they know what you are doing and understand it well. So that is it on that. So it helps um monitoring, it should be the product manager that monitor the team. Of course, your stakeholders can come once in a while to know how things are going and the progress of stuff. But most time it should be you and your team. When we talk about one of the skills of a product manager, we said the product manager should be not just an advocate for the user, but for their team also. They should be able to block them from any outside interference. So anything that will uh, affect the work they're doing, the product manager should come and reach that. So yeah, that's that. So we say many companies will subdivide these steps into smaller units. Planning might be broken into technology research, marketing research, and the cost benefit analysis. Other steps can merge with each other. The testing phase can run concurrently with the development phase, since developers need to fix errors that occur during testing. Again, this agile helps with this too. So as you're building, you can test. As you're building, you can test and also fix any bug or any mistake that occur at each stage of the development life cycle. So again, planning can be divided into different steps. Others can be matched together and blah blah blah. Design and build can be merged. Developing and testing can be merged, and then before you deploy. So yeah, the planning phase, project leaders evaluate the terms of the project, usually calculating labor and material costs, creating timetable, blah blah blah, all of that. To define requirements, is considered as part of planning to determine what the application is supposed to do and these requirements. So yeah, again, this is just writing out the features and what you're building and why you're building it. So this is where you put your where you shine very, very well, including the planning phase, but the requirements gathering and writing is where you do many of the work. In fact, it's your job to do. But you need input from your team. You just have to put it in a document to make it make sense. Then you have design and prototyping. The design a model this way a certain application will work. So we talked about architecture, user interface, platforms, programming, communication, security, etc. So prototyping can be part of design. We talk about design and prototyping, that are almost the same thing. So they can be together. Then development. So this is the actual writing of the program or writing the code. A small project might be written by a single developer, while a larger project might be broken up and worked by several teams. So again, um, so when I say a larger project might be broken up and worked by several teams, so this is where DevOps can come in. If a single team cannot work on a particular project, if the front end, the back end, the blah blah blah, whatever designer, whatever engineering stack that is in your team, if they cannot work on that, so we can open it up to other teams. And when we open it up to other teams, it does not mean that DevOps system would necessarily be used. It's just that DevOps allows for teams to work together in a way that's like they're so different, but to work together. But in agile, teams can work cross-functionally, but you have to make sure that um, you don't go ahead of scope. Again, there's no fine line between all these things. They can always be intertwined and always be merged with others. Many times, people, many organizations even use both waterfall and agile. So there's really not a distinct, although there are lines to make sure that you don't do things the way it's not supposed to do. But again, this thing can be submerged and can be intertwined with each other. But again, the end goal is to make sure that you have your working software at the end of each sprint, at the end of the development life cycle. Whichever way you do it, make sure that it adds value both to you, to the team, and the development teams. So yeah, that is it about development. And then testing. It's critical to test an application before making it available for users. So testing needs to be done really. So after development, to make sure you test and make sure that it is in good shape for the users before we now get to deployment. Deploy is where you now is where the application is now made available to users. So users can now be able to so in this phase users can now be able to use your product or your software or whatever, and then you just wait back. Like this is usually one of the part. This is one of the parts when everybody is anxious. And I don't. I mean, you might not even sleep the day you launch because like you're in, and that is very important that after your development you take some time, let your team rest before you launch, because once you launch, whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, issues must arise. It's not going to be 100% perfect, and it's fine. Issues must arise, so you just have to make sure you're ready for whatever comes after, because user behavior is different from the development teams. How you view your product should be used. It's not necessarily how your user is going to perceive it. Plus, there are thousands, millions of users worldwide. Cannot tell me that they will all follow the same pattern of using your products. Many will run into problem, and it is now left for you and your development team to fix it and make sure that your users continue to gain value from what you build. So yeah, the last one is operations and maintenance. So you take charge of the operations of your product, and also the maintenance of it, and make sure that things are being worked on and everything is in good shape and all of that. So um I think that's what we talked about yesterday, and so I know I've gone too far with a rundown. So yeah, that's about that. So any questions from you guys, anything you like to discuss, anything that is not clear for you guys. So now is the time for to hear it, so we can we can be clear on that. So if you have any questions, any comment, anything, I'm ready for your input. So yeah. It's not me, you guys understood everything I said. I'm as long as everything was clear, that you don't need clarification or anything. If that is the case, that'll be good. I mean, or are you guys just keeping quiet so that next week, like I promised, you guys not fire me with everything that you've been holding back. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. All right, let's have it.
Okay, good evening, Sir Mabe. Um, I just wanted
Evening.
to ask, it's not actually related to the class. I wanted to ask that, is there any YouTube channel you can like prescribe for like we to learn more as product managers? Just like something that it's out of the curriculum, we can just go there, make research, read, and all of that.
Yes, there are a lot of YouTube channels. I can't get one off the top of my head because, but there's this YouTube, there's this community. I know they host those seminars and all of that where you learn about some things. I remember when I was having struggle with was that roadmap. Not really a struggle. I was just very, very confused. I needed some clarification, some things, and I just watched one of the YouTube video, and it was very clear to me. Because the person that came and taught that they made it very, very clear. It is Innova Lab, the institution is Innova Lab community. So You can check out their YouTube page. They teach the you can go there and check. And there's also PM Diego. PM Diego. He's on YouTube too. He's a very good product manager. I think he works for, was it Google? Is it Google or Amazon? Either of these companies. He works for them, and his YouTube channel is great too. He posts a lot of interesting product stuff. Which other channel? I really don't have much on the top of my head, but these two are the ones I've used recently. And I've not been a huge fan of YouTube videos. Although their YouTube videos are very, 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 very good. Like you understand because it's planned ahead. They break it down, they plan and they edit and cut everything and make sure that whoever is watching it, people that know what they're doing, understand. So YouTube videos are very good too. I will not say I really learned project management from YouTube. But I always watch sometimes to see how the other project managers are working and what they do and again another place I learned very, very well from is Medium. I have a Medium premium account, so and one of the topics I follow is product management. So every day, every morning, I get a product management. I don't get an email from Medium, and most of it are from product management, and then a few others are from other topics I follow. So that is literally where I learn everything. Not everything, many of the things that I learn. Because remember, you need to you're always in a constant learning phase. Don't forget that, like, you cannot stop learning as a product manager. So Medium is where I read the articles on Medium because I do like struggling and going for the internet and looking for articles like that. There is important to look for articles. So Medium kind of helped me. So I don't choose the topics that come in. So all the topics maybe how I ace my interview with Google, or how I writing PRD for product managers, or how to write user stories, or how to do product discovery, or how to do that. So the topics they can that so I think you can look at similar topics but from different people's perspectives on a daily basis. Like every blessed day I get email about product management stuff. So Medium is really one avenue that I use to improve my knowledge on product management from. But for YouTube, sparingly, honestly. But Innova Lab can go there and check them out and plan Diego. These two are the ones I've watched recently and it should be helpful. Yeah. So any other question? Uh, okay. Do you raise your hand
I'm
again?
sorry, I wanted to say thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You're
Thank you.
welcome. Fine. You're welcome. Okay, I know because maybe there's no slide today. That's why to be honest, if it's me, I don't know if I will even have another question to ask because slides help. A note helps you to keep track of all you've learned and helps you once you look at it, you can memorize and then come back for a question. So I know that may be what um is that's what I know questions today. So next week again, like I promised, next week I'll make sure that everything is available. Like uh, I always make sure my laptop is on. Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll make sure my laptop is on. So on Tuesday, I'll make sure I take everything I have to teach next week on parameters. So make sure I complete it that Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we'll take questions and answers from what I taught last week. And then probably this weekend, um, the other weeks I've taught. So, yeah, so I guess you guys don't have a lot of questions today because of the issues surrounding today's lecture. So I guess with that we should see next week, yeah. In the absence of any further question, what do you guys say?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mavi. Are we not having assignment this week?
Yes, assignment. It should be posted, it should be sent to you guys. That reminds me, I forgot that I have to send assignment. Oh. This assignment will be yes, which I think how was the assignment last time? I think if you guys check, I'm not sure a lot of you guys did. I mean, the average score was 10/12. A lot of you guys really did well. Okay, there was someone that oh god, my laptop is so really like take my let me go and do her assignment. I was one girl that was writing well. She started with the assignment. She started with the story, breaking down the need for the website, what the website requires that was not going down. And then she just got to the user story part and did not give me acceptance criteria. Like, what is that? I mean, if without the story and with the story said, I was just thinking I'll use the 12/12 because I'm enjoying how she started. I was not reading, I was not like, what is this? The major thing that you're supposed to give me, which is your user space and perspective. She wrote down features. She don't give me acceptance criteria for any of the user stories, and she did, and she ended up getting, I think, what was 7 or 8. Despite all the other things she wrote, all the other things she wrote that impressed me, but for her not to give me exactly what I said she did not get the full score. So that would be an outright fail. And 12 was also something that I held on to. Just something I gave people that I knew that okay, they did really well. I think about 4 people or 5 people got silver at 12. About another 3 or 4 got 11. Majority got 10. I think it was only 3 or 3 people that got 6, 3 or 2 that got 6. This was the lowest. No one got below 6. And again, why you not go below 6? I say at least 10 users to. It's very, very important. Say you can write as many features as you want, that is okay. But give me at least 6, 10 user stories with acceptance criteria. And maybe we not go here. Many of you not even write up to 10 user stories. Many of you wrote 10, not you not write the complete acceptance criteria. And then many of you just said something that did not really make sense to me. This one me giving you a website to go and check. I literally give you expo. That's why a lot. That's why there was. I mean, that's why a lot of good scores. They didn't give you a school. See this website. Look at what's in the website, and then add it. Still features for them and add it to your assignment, and then write user story based on the features you see. The way we feature user stories, where you write user story from the perspective of the user. They write the acceptance criteria for it. And a lot of you was very, very well with the acceptance criteria. A lot of you did well with the acceptance criteria. And then they now plus the features to features you have right. Just that's just literally it's just a simple assignment. But then again, you guys did really well. You guys did really, 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 really well. I mean, I was really impressed with the assignment last week, and I was very happy marking this. Many people 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, few people 8, 2 people 6, 3 people 7, I think. Then about 5 people 12, another 4 11, but majority was over 20 or within that period. 10, that was majority of the scores. I don't have my laptop, but I've checked the statistics again. So you guys really did your last assignment. I was really, 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 really impressed. It shows that you guys understood my class. I was really impressed. If you keep up like this, I'm sure you guys write better user stories as you become working product manager. So yeah, really, I'm proud of you guys. So yeah, that's it. So this week's assignment, what should I give you? Like this? I'm not thinking of the assignments, right, but I forgot I have to give assignment. But maybe it's okay. You guys should write an article on the software development lifestyle. Tell me about it. Not more than 100 words, please. So yeah, this is my assignment now. In not more than let me say 150 words. Is 150 too much? I don't read too much because let's say in not more than 150 words. Just write what you understand by the software development life cycle. So that will be the assignment. So it's posted in the group chat later on. So in not more than 150 words, write about the software development life cycle. Please, I know you might be tempted to write a lot because it's really fun, but please, no more than 150 words. If you pass 150, I will not give you your full score. So it's better you really stop at 100 if you're writing. Yeah, okay, let me put this thing now. Not less than 100 words, no more than 150 words. Write about the software development life cycle. So from within 100, 150, that should be the number of words for your article. So that will be the assignment of this week. So yeah, I'm doing it. I think the deadline is on Saturday or thereabout. I don't know. But I think it will communicate with you guys later on. So yeah, so we not less than 100 words and not more than 150 words. Write about the software development lifecycle. This is your assignment for this week. Thank you. Thank you, Laura, for reminding me. Hmm. So, any other questions? All right. I think there are no more questions. Um. Okay. Okay, all right. Let's call it a day. So you guys can go and prepare for your assignment. I think you guys have the resources that I sent. It should be on Notion. So check out the resources. Also, again, people that want to watch YouTube videos, read, learn. Anyhow, project management, the class is only it's just enough of what you need. It's not really going to. It's not is not just enough for you to do. Um, and the results, I am not in charge of publishing the results. Wait, have you guys seen your last results? You guys have seen this, right? Hello, last assignment. Have you guys seen the results?
I
The
haven't
one
seen
from
mine.
you, yes.
I've
Huh?
not seen mine.
The
Some
one you
people
gave
Not seen
us,
got
mine.
yes, but for the last 2 weeks, no.
I've not seen mine.
The user story assignment. You guys have not seen it.
I've not seen mine. So
Okay,
some
I've
people
seen
have
the one
seen
for
theirs,
user
while some people
story.
did not see.
I thought you were talking of
Oh,
last week. Own.
okay, okay. No, no, I didn't take last week. I was not in charge of last week. I mean the one I gave. The user stories.
No, I saw that one. I got that one.
I've
Oh,
seen
okay.
mine.
Okay. I just want to be clear. Okay, for
Yeah.
last week assignment, I didn't take last week, so I'm not really sure when it will be ready because I'm not marking it. Um, so, but this one, I'm sure it will be ready. Is once it's submitted on Saturday or whenever, it should be ready by Monday or Tuesday, at least from my end, and then to be sent to you guys when it will be published. I'm not in charge of publishing assignments or giving it out. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, so you guys have a great um evening. Prepare yourself. Next week we talk about prioritization, why we need to prioritize, and different prioritization techniques. It's very, very important. The product manager, you need to know how to do trade-offs. You need to know when to add, when to keep, and features that will not be built. So prioritization helps with that. So we'll learn more about it next week. All right. So with that being said, and with the absence of any further question, let's call this class a day and see you next week. Bye guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Maureen.
Thank you, Samavi.
Welcome, Laura. Bye.
Hello, Laura. Are you there?